Okay, we are going to pull cards for Dealer's Choice, Divine's Choice, on what we need to know most right now. Overall, the vibe of my meditation with the images that I saw and the things that I saw, I'll share a few. So one of them was just a white candle lit in complete darkness. So this could be about illuminating something that's been in the dark. The other one was a woman in a bun dressed as though she were in the 1800s and just furiously writing at a desk. And then the other image I got was a third eye looking at a piece of paper and like a laser beam focusing on it. It was almost like you could see the beam rays come from the third eye down to the piece of paper. Ooh, interesting. We've got some interesting energies here so far. And then the last thing I got was hearing aha. Someone said aha. So this is giving me, like, to be honest, Sherlock Holmes vibes, which is interesting. Are you trying to find a truth, solve a case, find out a mystery of some sort? Let's get into the cards and see if these actually apply. So what we have from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, we have the Mystical Shaman himself. I'm going to actually draw these down so I can see them better. We have the Earth Keeper, and then we have the Sorcerer. So there's magic in the cards. A journey between two worlds is what I'm hearing. Possibly a journey to the underworld. This feels like an out-of-body experience here with the Mystical Shaman. And the Earth Keeper to me is making me feel like someone who would keep that Mystical Shaman grounded so he doesn't get lost in the astral realm or the underworld. Kind of that tether to bring him back to the middle world. But who is a sorcerer? This feels like an energy that's not yours. This almost feels like someone watching you. Not in a, I don't mean in like a stalker way or like a creepy way. So let's not freak out here. This could be a spiritual being as well, a god, a deity, an entity, if I could talk right. And then Sweat Lodge is on the bottom. And the Rainmaker. That's funny. I heard that like old school rap song, I Make It Rain. I make it rain on them, hoes. Anyways, it drew me back to that instantly, a song I've not heard in a long time. This is about walking through a portal in some way, and I feel like it's walking into a portal that is really this transformation and healing energy. I'm hearing you're both the dreamer and the dream when I look at this card. Something that is normally obscured in the night is coming into light amidst the illumination from the full moon behind it. That might be what that candle is representing. The shamans are really, a mystical shaman here is really about shaping reality through a sacred awareness, while also being the bridge between worlds. And then the Earth Keeper is telling me this is like a guardian of balance. This could be a call to act with honor towards all living systems, and I'm really getting especially your own body and your own life. The Sorcerer is just giving me kind of this shadow energy. Really asking you here to reclaim your power consciously so that it serves healing rather than harm. And potentially, I feel like that's why it just feels like it's outside of you. It's watching you because it's a part that you don't really associate with yourself, being the shadow. But yet it's watching you. It's watching you navigate between these worlds. There's the purification here I'm being drawn to. Purification chamber. So that illusions can burn away. And this is where truth is reborn through humility and surrender. The message today is going to speak about a powerful alchemy. Clearing your energetic field so that it can transmute shadow into wisdom. Also, so it can restore harmony between spirit and matter, and step fully into your role as like a conscious co-creator here. All right, Divine, what does this message deal with? Can you give us a little bit more specification here? A new idea, a new opportunity. I just heard a new flame lit. What is this not about here? The Emperor in the Tower. Oh God, I just heard F the system, fuck the system. Okay. What is this message about? Six of Emotions. I see her looking in this mirror and going, where did this little girl go? Who am I? Your advice, the Hanged Muse. What this is good for is Six of Inspiration. Okay. I'm into it. I love it. 3 materials on the bottom of the deck, 7 of Voices, and Page of Inspiration. It's interesting to me how when I border them like this, it's like orangish pink and then kind of a green hue and then really pink. It gets more vibrant. Okay, so I'm being drawn here and I have the message coming through that everything you have built, all the chaos you have organized in your life, all the systems and structures and orders, this message is not about like blowing it all up and all that hard work and effort and discipline just be gone. It's about emotionally reconnecting with a more innocent part of yourself that's potentially represented by the sorcerer here, the shadow energy. Shadow energy of creation and destruction. Notice this little girl in the mirror. It looks like she has a mask on her eyes. But I'm definitely picking up some inner child wounding here that's really coming to surface whenever this video finds you. I mean, it is timeless, so whenever you see it is the right time. It's when you're meant to see it. I also feel like something has been dormant for a while and it reawakens within you. This might be a specific message to the writers out there, since I saw so many things in my meditation to do with writing and papers and aha moments. So let's get into clarifying some shiz and take a look at what's really going on here. Get deeper with the message. Let me clarify here the Ace of Inspiration. What does this mean as for what it deals with? 3 of Swords, healing from a heartbreak. 10 of Swords and letting it go. Or maybe struggling to let it go. Struggling to move forward with it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Fool in reverse. There's this hesitation on really letting something go. Even after a painful realization, I feel like there's still a bit of like looping and cycling here with that energy again and again, where it kind of just makes your mindset, your structure, as well as your ability to write. You notice how she holds a pen here, or maybe it's a paintbrush, but I'm getting pen. Your ability to get thought to paper, interesting. Or just even get thought out appropriately. Like I'm seeing someone who's like speaking because they have an idea or something they need to say in mind. But every time they come out, it's just like, blah, blah, blah. It's like word vomit. And there's a heavy feeling to that. I'm also feeling just a heartbreak in that because it feels like your world has become mechanical in a sense. Like everything's just kind of moving as it should. Pistons and cogs and wheels and bands and whatever. They're like all just kind of moving systematically. And in that way, it's almost silenced that creative part of you, the part that really just can beam in from the third eye, really get caught up in the new idea or the new inspiration or the new spark and run with it. Okay. Let me clarify what this message is not about with the Emperor, the Tower. Okay, we have jumpers. And there's that system, those walls you've built, the confinement. And this is not about being too afraid to make a decision or being too confined, too restricted, too caught in this cage that you can't go beyond the small world in front of you. This is about making decisions, planning for your future, weighing your opportunities so you can move forward with something potentially new so you could attract it in and manifest it. Okay, I'm also getting this isn't about breaking free or running away from your current environment. It's about realizing that the environment around you is actually much bigger than the world you view in your hands. What you project as being out there is actually all in here. It's in your immediate environment. It's available to you. And so this isn't like a just cut everything away, blow the walls apart, and go running. Bottom of the deck, I didn't even look. We have, do it on camera. 9 of Pentacles reversed, and then the King of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely like this insecurity issue or not feeling like the work that you've done in the past is worth the vision of your future. So maybe I should just stay here. Okay. Maybe I should just stay in the spot. It almost feels like a perspective shift needed in viewing the situation a little bit differently. Because I'm feeling like you're a bird trapped in a cage and you just want to get out at any cost, in any method madness, whether that's blowing the shit up or not, or just secretly, climbing out of the cage in the middle of the night. But what's coming to term here, and I think what this perspective shift is really going to highlight for you, is the actual cage you built is just the one in your mind. It's the one in the way you see things right now. The world is as expansive as you want it to be. But either you're undervaluing yourself, undervaluing the work you've done, as if it's not good enough, you're not ready, you're not talented enough, or you're undervaluing the environment around you, thinking that's your jailer's cage, when really it's your shadow, it's your fears, it's the parts of yourself that you haven't really looked at for a long time. The Strength from the Devil. And then the Eight of Wands. Yeah. I'm hearing seeing it like it is. Calling a spade a spade. Okay. So this message is about that, what I was just talking about, that feeling trapped in a cage, feeling like you're caught in this web. And really the energy of the devil is not literally like the devil tricking you and luring you into like a shady spot in a dark room and doing all these bad things, right? What this energy with the devil is about is you weaving your own cage, weaving your own web and getting caught in it. Because somehow, somewhere in your mind was an imprint that what you did or what you're doing needs to become a part of your identity. And here, by connecting with a more innocent part of yourself, by reminding yourself that you are both the dreamer and the dream, that's when your mind just suddenly expands. It opens up and you take flight. It's like all these umbrellas here just suddenly open all at once when you have this aha moment. Then it comes through your strength and your perseverance, your compassion with yourself. Beneath the surface, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Wands. This guy looks like he's coming out of hiding from a very long time of being behind these bars. He's finally got sick of it, putting himself in this cage, and he's pulled himself out. And this comes from a decision. No longer turning a blind eye to whatever this situation is about. I'm hearing a lack of focus, okay? I feel like the snail chariot is, while it's slow, this one's actually moving fast in my vision, and it's like weaving away off path and then coming back, and it's kind of scattered. It's all over the place. And this becomes due to an imbalance here of some sort of reciprocity, generosity, issues around giving and receiving. Potentially you giving too much in certain situations where you've like officially depleted your mind, your body, your soul. And so you're not really taking care of your own body in your life, honoring it as a living system, as the earth keeper. And it could be what's preventing you from truly propelling forward in this, from truly opening those umbrellas so that you can take flight. Clarify for me the advice. And actually, I want to move these. I want to see this. I'm going to move this up like this. Hopefully that stays. And the mystical shaman. We'll put him right here. Clarify the advice for me with the Hanged Muse. Why is the muse hung? Disharmony. Feeling like you should have made progress with something. You should be dancing on the roof, laughing right now, and for some reason, you're just not at that milestone. This almost feels like shallow success, like you thought something was going to be really worth the squeeze. And once it came into your life, once it came to fruition, the celebration was just like underwhelming. You're like, is this it? This could be disharmony in your immediate environment as well. And that perspective shift to turn that Four of Wands back upright. Now, the Four of Wands in reverse is not like a horribly negative card. It's usually just kind of like a low-key version of the upright in my mind. But it definitely does give me a signal here that there's disharmony in your immediate environment. The Chariot reverse returned. And now we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is opening up, coming up with something or coming out with something, speaking a truth. Instead of taking off and just running away, I feel like you're turning this chariot around here as your advice so that you could see the reality of the situation and face whatever it is in this Four of Wands environment that you have possibly been avoiding. Emperor in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Wands. I'm hearing, what's my next move? I feel like you're forecasting your next move. And I feel like the Emperor here is also avoiding his responsibilities as the Emperor. He's kind of, for whatever reason, has the energy of the Emperor's New Groove. That Disney movie from, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago now. Perhaps this Emperor is not you, and that's what you're exposing. That's the truth you're exposing. Someone else just essentially being a dick, being stubborn, resisting to change, not wanting to, and who is potentially being manipulative as well, trying to play people around them like a chess game, like a chessboard. Now, only take that if that resonates. I mean, you'll know if it's you. You clearly will have that situation already in mind, or maybe already resonating with that here. So for some of you, not all of you, I think this is exposing a secret. That's what that Sherlock Holmes energy was. And instead of running from it, turning back to face it. I feel like there has to be a confrontation from you, because I don't know. I'm getting this like, you're the one that needs to call it out. You're the one that needs to put this shadow energy to rest, whether that's outside of yourself or within yourself. It's time to heal the missing heart, the broken heart. So we need a little bit of a change in perspective here. Your advice is also to be patient. The divine has hung you because it doesn't want you to move yet. I'm hearing it's not time yet. More needs to be done. More needs to be prepared before you can just take off. What is this good for? Three of Cups, Justice, the Star, and then the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the King of Cups here. This is about success, overcoming this overwhelm of illusions and options and things that are just glittering and distracting you, to finally be able to focus on what you need to, while internally letting these foundations, that devil energy from up here, crumble and just shed away, instead of holding on to it. And through that comes this emotional balance, is what brings you success. This could also be another person. There's like a reunion. I'm feeling more so friendship vibes here with the Three of Cups, or like coming together with a group of people. And in this coming together, in this celebration, there's this balance restored with justice. There's this like harmony and fairness again. And it creates a soul level healing for you. I want to clarify this King of Cups. Show me who this King of Cups is, please. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, and then Judgment. Recovering from a place of rejection or scarcity. I am feeling more scarcity. As this man holds his hand out with these Five Pentacles, I hear, this is all I have. I don't have any more to give you. And it creates this sense or this feeling of drowning in emotions. And that's what we're recovering from here. Also detaching from toxic situations, environments, relationships, where it has not been everybody coming to the table. People aren't showing up as equals here. And so you might be the overgenerous one in this dynamic, especially if it's a group of three. We have three people here. We have Three Pentacles here. And this feels like you're the kind of the odd man out, trying to figure out what to do. And instead of running away from it, you're being told to go back because things are getting revealed. The manipulation, heartbreak, whatever power games, people being played on a chessboard are happening, whether that's just your own shadow again, or if that's someone outside of yourself, you'll know if it's you. But it's like this breaking from that chain. You're no longer drowning in these emotions. In fact, you're so strong as a King of Cups, you're just going to pick up your boat out of the water and say, well, I'm not even going to participate. And it feels like something in your soul has been telling you not to just cut your losses and run. It's been kind of pulling you back, especially emotionally. But this has created a bit, I will say, of an identity crisis in you, is what I really want to term it as. With that Six of Cups and what this is about. And it's really taking me back to the image of just that woman looking in the mirror at this child, at herself, and saying, who even am I anymore? What have I become? What am I doing with my life? This feels like an existential crisis a little bit, an identity crisis. Returning to a place of wholeness. Spirit, please clarify what we don't see here about the situation but need to know with the Three of Materials, the Seven of Voices, and the Page of Inspiration. See, there's that working as a team dynamic, but then it's like covered with half-truths. You're only seeing half of the situation. There's hidden anger, hidden resentment here possibly, or jealousy even. And she looks down this like hall of mirrors is what I'm gathering here. But she can only see so much. She's got a bit of her head in the clouds. She's not seeing the true reflection of these people. And so what you don't see coming, what's hidden beneath the surface here is like this reawakening of inspiration. This kind of rain cloud comes to, I feel like just, I'm seeing it just wash away all. I mean, this is like the great flood in my mind, and how this is being portrayed in my vision is like God comes in and it's like, okay, well, let's just drown them all. We need to start over. And that's, I feel like, what's happening here, maybe not on a global sense like that, but clarifying, we got the Five of Wands reverse. I got a jumper. Four of Cups. Okay. I will take you. And the Star in reverse. Oh, yeah. This is like reestablishing a relationship with your heart. I feel like in the past, this comes from a decision of the heart that you were sold was going to be like the path forward. And the disappointment, recovering from that disappointment when shit just like did not work out the way you thought it would, is a big part of what you see or don't see beneath the surface that's coming to surface here. But the games, the manipulation games stop. They finally ease. Yet you're still left in disappointment in some way about how this dynamic is working out. It's like you can see things beneath the surface in this that other people just are turning a blind eye to. And so it's really bringing in like a misalignment of your soul. But through this really tough situation, that's where you reawaken. It's like you've removed yourself from the group and you're just kind of doing your own thing. And here, then you suddenly get this genius idea of something to draw in. You're no longer playing chess, you're playing dominoes and you're playing your own game. Knight of Voices below that. And then the Nine of Emotions, that's your ultimate fulfillment. I do feel like there is this kind of energy with a savior energy of some sort. I'm not quite sure if it's a spirit guide or just a shift in perspective. coming into focus, and that's like what saves you from your own self-destruction. I'm hearing pull up your bootstraps. Oh man, that's an old saying. Pull up your bootstraps. Okay. Well, I guess I did have that vision of like an 1800s lady writing ferociously at a writer's desk. My main takeaways from this so far is write as much as you can, let it all out, purge all the emotions you possibly can, allow the purification to take place so that the illusions can burn away, so that the truth will be what's only left in your brain because you just kind of threw up on paper, basically. And in this paper, I almost wonder if that's where you get your aha moment. Like you're just kind of writing so crazy that you don't even realize it. And then you go back and read it and suddenly you realize like the puzzle pieces are coming together. Sherlock Holmes is about to solve the case and understand like what the fuck is going on here. Okay, I want to close out with a Hecate Oracle card. That'll be the last one we do. Ecstasy. Ooh, I like ecstasy. And then emotions. Okay, and unity below that. This feels like the underwater scene of what I was imagining and what I was seeing with these whales here, with this King of Cups. What I was seeing is the whales just kind of dive really deep under the surface to like the darkness where you can't see, and it feels like this is where they go. Although that is not literally an undersea card. It's not underwater. But that's the imagery that it's giving me. Okay, so let's read from the book on the Hecate ones. Ecstasy. Dionysus's jovial nature is encouraging you to think outside of the box and let go of norms and traditional constraints. Your path does not have to be a carbon copy of what others do. Be unique, tap into your true self, set yourself free, and rejoice. Interesting. Analia's cleansing waters can help you heal from trauma and clear out emotional baggage. Surrender anything that does not serve you to the depths. And don't look back. Beneath the tranquil surface of the ocean lies the tumultuous depths of feeling and emotion. Ionalia is both free-flowing and crushing despair. Don't be afraid to get wet. Take a deep breath and dive into feeling. Perhaps that's everything you've been avoiding, is that real connection with your feelings. Well, I hope this helped and resonated. If it did, please leave me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best. Thank you. I appreciate you.